Alright. Should be recording. I just want to see the file. I see the file. Yay! It's a 0.1. That, yeah, 9.1. Wanted to check which one. And we're gonna get Sheldon talk. But I don't want to. So. Alright. I actually have a lot to do. Which is a little bit of a problem because it's already kind of late today. But I don't want to. It's Tuesday evening. I don't really want to. It's on a Wednesday, though. I have other things I want. Alright, ooh, that.
Uncle Sheldon to Major Rico. Uncle Sheldon to Major Rico.
He was provided by Square Enix, the base game.
Creepy military
I bought the
armor. Very skilled.
other thing myself, the season pass, the DLC myself, the expansion.
Capturing a lot of rebels from Medici and from other places around the world. I thought you'd want to know, hombre, and go save them or whatever. The thing is, we don't know where they detain them. The only thing we found out is that they have a cargo plane on an airstrip in the northwest of Medici. Best lead we got.
Day 912. Surrounded by the beautiful countryside, accompanied by just the right amount of pomp and circumstance, President Dante swore me into the position of Brigadier General, congratulating me. He whispered that I should rely on him. He knows the trials of being young and in power.
Artifact.
I look forward to whispering back to him one day.
Right. Wow, I planned that perfectly, even though I didn't see it before it started breaking. Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll just try to do all this stuff. That. Come up, get that. That. Hit this, and then come down and hit this. Because I don't know where this will actually bring me. So I want to do it low. So I also am. Even though it's only Tuesday, it's already been busy. Like, I put in almost 10 hours of work today. Yeah. Happens when going to the office and I'm stuck there for longer than usual. Yeah, I don't mind. I was clocked in. I'm getting paid forward. I mean, do kind of. And of course, been working on other things. I've had to start looking over. I don't know. It will. There are things it will depend on. But the possibility of working on a performance analysis soon. I think I did mention last time. I'm not committed to it, but I'll at least. I at least want to see how viable it will be. Do a performance analysis. Of the next gen upgrade for The Witcher 3 with the newly upgraded test system. But that will be interesting for a few reasons. In both, it'll because you know, new CPU in there. Won't be using the RX 580 because I would need to pull that out of the desktop, and I don't want to take apart the desktop. And I also realized I might. It depends. NVIDIA drivers might let me get away with this. We'll see. If I will also need to drop the GTX 770. I don't know. Official support has been dropped, but I know the last time that I tried collecting data, I was able to just install on one GPU, install the GTX 770, and it still worked. So
Day 913.
maybe I'll get it working.
The anger of the military ends today. Command and control are the foundation of my vision for the world. No more will government paychecks pamper wine-fueled retreats. The men must transform their soft skin to leather hide, their minds to steel traps of resolve, their will consumed by my voice. Today, my claws tear into the flesh of this nation.
Okay. He's kind of intense. And yes, I do get vibes of the DeLorean from Back to the Future with it. I swear I was getting to turn. It just... If the wheels aren't on the ground, it's hard to turn. But yeah, because of potential... Well, definitely dropping one, but maybe two GPUs. I figured out how to do something with the applet. But I think this will be the first time I try with the normal scripts to maintain the coloring correctly. We'll see. It'll all be interesting.
Dispatch. Target is still at large. Find him.
Oh. How did I do so much better? Who did he say that to? Did I get much for construction bonus? Not really. I want to try that again.
Copy that. Reinforcements inbound. Choppers are inbound. Repeat. Choppers are inbound. This is dispatch. Sending ground reinforcements to your position. This is dispatch. Request received. Reinforcements en route.
I got it. It went all the way up to 5. Nice. Very nice. See, it was worth retrying that one. And just out of curiosity. Wow. I think that's the narrowest I've come before. 237 points above. Alright. That was here. I don't want to fast travel. I got this. I got the jetpack. But yeah, what I was saying, and this is the case in the applet already. Where it will come up with the colors for the bars in the summary graph based on a complete list of GPUs, and it's like, if I don't include all of them, it won't matter. So, like, if I had data where it was like just the GTX 1080, it'll be the same colors if I had all of the GPUs in the list. So I will probably ban that. That's all I got. Okay. That's encouraging.
This area is restricted.
Oh, looks like
Leave
they don't
immediately.
want me here.
Oh, yep. That makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna try that. But yeah, so I still can't commit to the thing, but I do want to try. I definitely want to take a look at it. And let me also do some. Okay. I also need to get a
This
drink of
area
water.
is restricted. Leave immediately.
Nope. Oh, wow. Still somehow caught that. Nope. I really... There's not really many plane controls in games that I like. And this one, it's you gotta eat so much you need.
This area
And part of it is...
Leave immediately.
You don't have rudder control in most games, it seems, even though that is that is very much part of how you fly a plane. Yeah, this isn't. For the hell of it. Yeah, so like here, you have to turn, you can rotate and then you can pull up and down. But there's no rudder. And it's like, yeah, rudder is a thing. Now, obviously with a helicopter, should not be relevant.
This area is restricted.
I'm coming in.
Leave immediately.
Overall, this will be slower, I think, but it's, you know, I can actually... Yeah, actually... Oh, well, maybe not. Well... Just letting the nitrous build up. Yeah, because it lets me get to a higher top speed. Some games it would be better, the way that nitrous systems work, it actually is better to just try to like keep hitting it, but here it pushes you up so fast. Like, you don't hit top speed right away. Some games you do, in which case then just, you know, keep punching. There's this, nope, build it up, then hit. Might be able to get 3. And there are faster helicopters too, by the way. Like the top of the line one that you can eventually get a golden one of is quite fast, as I recall. It's also just really powerful. No, I'm not getting it. That's okay. Maybe. Can be close. Yep. That was close, but I did get it. Okay. Nope. I would need to do with a plane. I'm not doing this. Wait, where am I? I'm... Okay. Sorry, but it is still just more fun. It might be slower. Actually, I don't think it is. I could probably look it up. Somebody has undoubtedly done the math or just dug into the code to find out how fast the jetpack is. Oh, one thing. I did talk about this in part 9, though. But it's like if, for whatever reason, people only watching the point ones. Not sure I can blame you for that. So with the 1500X3D in the test system, I'm pretty sure I'd done the testing to see performance in thermal, well, some performance in thermal, for 8.1. I didn't care much for the thermals. They were hitting the 90-degree limit, which is like, I mean, it is designed to be able to run at that and will just throttle itself as it needs to. But still, I wanted to do what I could to improve that. Which is limited because the X3D is really locked down. Just how it is. But this one is the better. Anyway. It's an MSI motherboard that I'm using, though, and they have this thing called Combo Strike that apparently does produce a, it will actually reduce... a way best to... Yeah... Yeah, apparently Combo Strike in there will do a decent job of reducing thermals. I saw reductions like... Yep. Okay, I've got no idea now what I'm trying to blow up. There we go. Some stuff over here I can get. Seriously? I'm gonna try and survive. The trick, the puzzle here is really... Oh, that's true. We do have the helicopter, right? maybe that would be a better idea. Yeah, the trick is like just getting to the right spot because it starts you in a terrible place. I've done worse than I did earlier. I mean, it doesn't help that this will not break. Maybe that's how I should actually approach it. Come on. Use the helicopter for mobility,
You sure you want to do this?
but the grenade launcher for more of the damage. It also just, this is such a weird location. How things are laid out, and that you don't really get to see where a lot of things are. Pressed and held space, and that got me out of it. Yep. I forget that, yes, I do take damage from my own attack. One more time. Hopefully I won't screw up getting out of the helicopter. It's also here. Oh, there's that right there as well. Perfect. Got it. So the trick here was the speed. Was using a helicopter to move faster. And then making, efficient use of the grenade launcher's destructive capability, which is impressive. Yeah, with the combo strike I cut one thing I was testing thermals with down 8 degrees, and another by 5. So, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
All this sitting around makes me...
Ow. I think, yeah, that's gonna be the best. All I could really do is have guns, but I should. Jump is coming in handy at least. Ah, got it still. Whoop. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. That wasn't flipping back. Green's a faster color, right? There we go. Yeah, I need to let off the throttle. Okay. Whoop. The open throttle was making me bounce around more, which meant I didn't have the ability to turn. Kind of a problem when you're in a minefield. I don't know how I could do that better. I don't care that I was only 2 seconds off. I don't know how I could cut that out. So, I could cut that. I'm trying to remember where it was or when it was that they showed that you could do that with the jetpack, boost yourself out of the water, but it was definitely oh, that's a good thing. Just it is so helpful to be able to do that. Nope. Heard it over here. Yep, right there.
Medici thanked thanks you for your sacrifice.
No, actually. The others would have me moving enough that I figured that this one, I'm right here. It'll be easier. I'm trying to remember how.
Oh, let's do this.
I don't remember how to activate. No, and I keep hitting the wrong button. I mean, it is a problem that they don't tell you every time. At least I don't recall seeing it in here. That's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to hit space. I don't know why I even did touch it. But I was thinking hitting H in case it showed anything there. But... oh wait. Nope. I'll just look it up. I mean, it legitimately should tell you because this is such just a random thing. Just cause 3. Scramble. Activate. Track. Don't do that, people. And press the tether button. Left bumper L1. Okay, tether button. I did try pressing, but it don't just give it for controller. I'm sorry. That's really mean to do. And I am pressing it, and nothing's happening. So it's not that. See, that's another reason. Is it's entirely possible for it to actually be something else. Why can't you give the damn PC pulse anywhere? Oh, there it is. Okay. Right mouse button. guys here. Really? Come on. There we go. This will probably do it. Perfect. By the way, no, I don't really care for these. I'd much rather have some other challenge to upgrade the tethers, but this is what we got, so... I think there actually is one destruction that is with the tether. Go get that. Just kind of reminding myself of trolls.
A car for the revolution. I'm sure you'll do great things with it, Rico.
I mean, it's,
A car for the revolution.
why not?
I'm sure you'll do great things with it, Rico. Rico, we don't need that vehicle anymore.
How about this one? This one? Ow. Hey, dude.
That's a nice car, Rico. It's ready for drop now. Just say the word.
Nope, it probably isn't. That upped. I was thinking the platform there.
Day 1281, with an unbreakable grip over the southern islands, I turn my focus to the scattered fishing villages in the western islands. The serpentine rock formations provide an ideal defensive structure for building a more advanced military away from the prying eyes of the capital.
Who's getting a drink of water? Oh, fun. What? just weird how much I have to go uphill. And it's probably intentional. This thing is low. Oh, wait, no. What? I need to just follow the path. Whoa. This thing does not have power. Might be part of the reason why apparently it's downhill. It's just the beacon makes it. The beacon being behind the hill makes it look like you're going up, not down. Seriously? Think that I'm a threat in this? I mean, to be fair though, the size of this, it could have a fair amount of explosive. But, I mean, come on.
Go on, Trevor.
Nope. I'll take 4. I don't know if I'm better than my personal best. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna. And I got that, which is nice. This. That's one I did. Actually no. Let's do that, and then I want to. Yeah. Wait.
I'll make sure you didn't die in vain.
Yep. I do enjoy the wing courses. It doesn't mean they're always easy, but they are enjoyable. This... I don't know how I'm gonna like... It doesn't look like it should be too bad, but I'm already screwing up, so... Nope. Good. Oh, boy. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, oh, wow. I'm surprised it gave that. Wow. That actually went very well. Nice. Oh, okay. Nope. Not doing it again. I don't think I will be able to do that better. That. Alright, now. that's what it wants to put. Well, that's me interested. I mean, here? I can't boost in it. I wonder if I could in the other one. I mean, it's letting me do this, so at least for one try. This is not the right vehicle in case it just happened to be there. In case you weren't sure, it is the wrong vehicle. But it should be a much faster one, so... Oof. Okay. Landed. Oh, son of a bitch! That... Oh my god. That vehicle clipping me annihilated me. Because I just skipped out of... Son of a bitch. No, we are absolutely doing that again. I'm probably going to have the worst vehicle, but no, we were robbed there. We are going to try to correct that. Oh, no, it's still there. Cool. Let's keep using it. I guess these just spawn there, so you're always able to use it. That was lucky. The way that skidded, I didn't lose too much. But no, the handbrake isn't a good idea to hear. No vehicle clipping me there. I still lost by, I mean, half a second, a little bit more than half a second faster would have been good, but... Where was I? Where am I? Okay. don't remember. No, it looks like you can't do anything. Punta? Puncta? Not sure which way you'd want. This doesn't look too bad. It's actually harder than you may think because small corrections, but a lot of speed actually. Okay. Nope. That I was offline, the speed was nothing was good. The reel was I needed speed back, so I had to reel, but it completely told me wrong. So oh, come on. Perfect, I think. That might have gotten me to all 5. Ah, I just missed out. Yeah. Alright, we'll try it one more. I'm not going to do it another time after. One thing that did occur to me while doing this, though, that I guess is true, but it is still kind of weird to think, is that you can start turning for the next one before you're through this one, because the way you turn, that there's such an inertia that it actually works. It's like you're not gonna miss if you start aiming past. Unfortunately, though, I've lost so much speed that I am in some danger. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm one complete. I mean, it's that little bump that took away my speed just so annihilated it. Nope. There was... Alright, that got it. That got it. I saw the thing go all the way around. Yep. It was 34,000. Alright. This island's good. That... I did those, so it's... And just down there and then coming up this way. And I think... It would only be that. I think... Yeah, I've done the rest. So it's just that one race and then just collect. So let me just see. How long have I been? Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I'm not quite to an hour. This is probably going to be hour 20, hour 30. But it shouldn't be... It might not even be that much. Because getting to the collectibles isn't going to be that bad. I mean, it helps we don't really have background music, and the tones of the collectibles are really easy to hear, especially with the headphones. Right there. Come on.
I'll take this.
Here. So here's a question. Is there a game you can think of that how it's like once you liberate an area, you get the markers for the collectible? Like here. Can you think of another game that you wished had something like that? It's like I'm just thinking maybe like Assassin's Creed with the flags, but it's also that had so many. Yeah, no, it would be useful because they clear off the map here, so that would make it useful. But yeah, I mean, I do want to replay Assassin's Creed. I actually want to go through the entire series that since I have all the game. Well, all the main game. But man, the flags, the feathers too. I mean, it's like those were mean collectibles. Because like, how do you know which one it is you missed? Kind of mean. Also, I just really don't like collectible chases. I mean, it's one thing to have to hunt them down, but when they start just running away from you, that come on. Why? Why you do that?
The neighbor boy got shot in last night. Oh, he'd be fine, but it makes you think. Some of these refugees. What? We ought to go say Christ. Rico, bless you.
Day 1315. My meetings with the President's Defense Council proceed flawlessly. Their eyes fill with shame as I dissect their budgets, lifting corruption close enough to the light to dampen any dissent. The weaker representatives need only suffer some small tragedy to place them slithering on their bellies, begging for my leadership. Time to create an enemy.
Let's start up top. Yep, I saw it in the distance.
Day 1317. In my predecessor's files, I discovered a contact with the agency. A shadow American organization with their 5 little fingers in every pie. As I wait to meet this mysterious figure with his cowboy drawl, my gaze falls upon a perfect plot of land for a future airbase in this region. My need for an enemy seems to have fallen into my lap.
You will be avenged.
There. That one, that one, that one. That wasn't at all practical, but it was still fun. The re-reeling there. there would be other situations that call for that. Why is the... Might have been loading. The frame rate being wonky right there. I see.
Ah, looks like it could be valuable.
Days ago, we couldn't walk this street without suspicion.
Ugh. I don't care much for motorcycles either. They're better than planes, but they're still kind of odd. Weird to hear tires squealing on dirt. Okay, fine. I mean, there is no recovery there. That is not happening. Without like stopping, and it's like no, it's not worth that. Just start over. I mean, it's a dirt bike that can't actually go off road. You gotta love it. Definitely don't boost while turning. Yeah, this is similarly not recovered. I need to not be boosting this. I need to keep tires on. The traction does matter, but at the same time, when you have a straightaway, take advantage of it. Of all the things I've done on that bike already, now I get thrown off. Because I ran into a bush. Oh. Again? What? Wow, I mean, ooh.
It feels so good to breathe fresh, free medici air.
Let me try some. Yeah, this does work.
I want to celebrate tonight. Let's go to the...
You just line it up a bit better and take the time to accelerate. I have no idea why it thinks that should be happening. Oh my god. This is like... It just decided that there's no such thing as friction. I really don't know why. I'm saying, I think I'm pretty sure I even let off the gas, and it's still like, nope. It does not show a personal best for me. This is... wow. You know, there should be physics awards for games for the most accurate and also the least. I don't think that the physics I'm experiencing here with this motorcycle would be winning the accurate. It probably wouldn't win the least accurate either. But, I mean, it's definitely... I don't see how it thinks some of this stuff is accurate. Alright, I got 3. I shall not ask for more. The hell? I do not know. Specifically why it blew up. I don't know. I'm just scanning it with a sure. That's the one I just... I'm not seeing any people. Okay, so next time I'm actually just gonna, because this is the hell out of me. You know what? I'm gonna head over there now. I want Sheldon to stop talking to me when I get in. It's just getting so annoying. So I'm just gonna like head straight over there. So that way, next time I'll start in that area. And I'll come back and do this stuff. I mean, well, yeah, I don't really have many beats. That is actually considered pretty cool. But yeah, these are actually pretty fast. I don't remember, but I don't remember. Wait a minute, hang on. I just remembered. No, there was a destruction. Yeah! Never mind, we're doing that. Because I just remembered, there was a mortar, friends. And it's like, that was it? That sounds interesting, and I didn't do it. Oh, that actually are other things that count as mortar. I do not know if the idea I have will work. One way to find out. It's like, can you fire a mortar here? No, you cannot. I mean, that is so kind of fair when you think about it. You can't fire a mortar upside down while upside down. That does not seem unreasonable. Alright. Hey, it finally hit something. Wow, this thing's actually bad. I mean, look at how bad this is. I have to just... That thing would be better. So would the majority of the helicopter. You know, let's... Well... Come on. It's also very awkward. I have to spam click it to do anything. Because it's like he has to load it and then you have to hit again to fire. But you really don't have a sense of range. Yeah, for a mortar, it's actually terrible. You know, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not keeping this up. I mean, that is just him. I have access to this thing. So... I've already done it, so that is the difference. You would really think a mortar would be better than... I mean, seriously, it's not even hitting that thing. That is not that far away. And you can't correct it either. Wow. And they take so long to fall. Because of the glass grenades. Well, smart fuse, sorry. Glass grenade. Yeah, there. That should be fine. Honestly, I'm kinda interested in finding. The flares, but I also just realized I fast traveled, which used.
Hey, Rico.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe not fly directly over that? Although, actually, I do want... Well... That's all I have. That would be nice. That too. Just for this... you know, piloting still works. Oh, that's right. This is all part of it. It'll be funny if it doesn't even spawn me near this next time. Which is possible. Huh. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Well, I guess it's just I am moving fast enough that there's just a passive stretching along of the stars along the outside of the frame. Because when I look at them, they do go back down to a point. But it's like even when I'm not boosting, they're doing. I'm going to warp. Which I can't remember what it was, what the actual metric is, but people have done the calculations how fast any of the ships in Star Trek would have to go to actually have that kind of effect, and it's nuts. Very much out of line with what they actually say they're traveling at. But I mean, the reason why is because space actually has a very, very low density of stars. Like, there's a huge distance between them. Remember, the nearest star to us is about 4 light years. It's a little more than that, like 4.2, I think. And that's the nearest. So to have a star go by you quickly, you'd have to be crossing over 4 light years in like less than a second. That's absurdly fast. And and it's like that. I don't remember how the warp factors all work out, but it's like, yeah, you'd have to. It would be much faster than what they'd say. But it's the whole. I mean, space is one of those things that a lot of media gets wrong. A lot of fiction, I should say, gets wrong. Star Trek included, where they act as though things are a lot closer together than they really are. But it's like, no. But it's also like, you know, anytime you see any ship from Star Trek, at least the broadcast ones, so the original series, TNG, yeah, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. I've not seen the other. Don't really have much interest in them either. But those, every time you see any ship from the outside, from the exterior, they're well lit. It's like, no, that would not be the case. If you're out in interstellar space, there is not enough light to do that. You would need running lights on, which is why you do actually see running lights on them. There are lights on the ship. But it's also a why. Why would you be wasting the energy to illuminate your ship like that? That's not how your sensors are. You would not rely on visible light. But then it's also, you wouldn't have that many windows either. Why would you allow the light to escape where it would just be lost? I mean, yeah, having a nice view, but it's like, that's what 10 forward is for. I mean, it's... And also the bulk of the ship will be without windows. It's only the outer area the outer surface that would have any windows, right? Well, that's that's very little. That's not the volume of the ship. That's not the bulk of the ship. Ow. I'm trying to. Alright. It's hour 23. Not bad. Not bad. Right. I do enjoy this game. I may be able to find criticisms for it, but I do enjoy it. See you next time.